What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life and TV. You are here for another recap and review of The Equalizer. This is season 1, episode 10, the season finale. Dana Owens, Queen Latifah, you put your foot in this episode, girl. This is how you do a season finale. This was a good season finale from the beginning to the end, action packed. How I gauge whether a season finale was good or not, I ain't got nothing to nitpick. I think maybe one thing kind of threw me off. I noticed the stunt double for a hot second, but other than that, I'm not even finna nitpick this episode. They went out with a bang. They went out with a bang. They came in, they started this episode with a bang and went out with a bing, bang, boom. I loved it. I loved it. From what I can say, this show had a lot of predictability in it. Okay. However, I said that Queen Latifah, Dana Owens, was going to settle into this role. She was going to start pulling back some of that old Cleo vibe from Set It Off. And she did that this episode. It was good. I'm glad Bishop wasn't part of it. I'm glad that we got to see a little different side of Detective Dante. A little better understanding of why he is the way he is. I love to see Mel in action, baby. She was ping. She was pinging people, boy, left and right. I absolutely loved it. I wasn't even mad at Delilah. I was not even mad at Delilah. I was ready to tear her up. But let me tell you, the little girl who plays Delilah, or the young lady who plays Delilah, she actually is pulling off this role. She has made me dislike her so much. She's pulling off this role. But is it just me? Y'all know Ramblin' K. Go over to Ramblin' K's channel. Her birthday was the other day. Ramblin' K and Delilah look alike to me. They look like they could be cousins, they look like they could be kinfolk to me. Y'all let me go over to Ramblin' K page, take a look at her, and then come back and y'all let me know if her and Delilah look like they could be related. I love Ramblin' K though, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you. We start this episode off. Delilah and her friends done skip school. She following this little boy named Jason. He kind of cute, you know what I'm saying? He like her, she like him, whatever. And they are going to get some pizza. I think it was called Adriano's, if I'm not mistaken, the name of the pizza. I haven't ever eaten there. When I go back to New York, maybe I'll find it, if it's a true place. They finna go to get this pizza, okay? The one thing I picked up from that conversation that the little girl Molly, or maybe her name wasn't Molly, maybe she was Holly. The little girl, the little friend, she thought that they was finna go get some perks in Molly. Let you know that Delilah's still doing some drugs. She just kind of laughed. No, girl, we getting pizza today. But anywho, they walking up to the pizza shop, and this dude get murked right in front of them. Bad. This body just all over the place. Delilah screamed. Her friend screamed. The other little boy that's with them screamed. They all dug down. Delilah looks up, get a good look at the person who is the shooter. The shooter got a good look at her too, I think, right? Then she realized as the van pulled away that Jason, pizza boy, is laying there on the concrete. 3 shots to the chest. Barely making it. Blood just gurgling out of his chest and out of his mouth. She's screaming in slow motion. Jason. The little girl acted. She did her damn thing on that wrong. She did her damn thing. She was like, somebody call 911. Can we please call 911? Okay? So, next we see Robin rushing into the hospital. Delilah covered in blood. She's shaking and trembling. She just there to comfort her baby in this moment. We get the friend, I can't think of redhead. I'm gonna call her redhead because I can't remember her name. Little red hair. Her mama's over there scolding her for being in the neighborhood for allowing herself to be manipulated to leave school and to be over in such that type of neighborhood. Okay, we already know where it was going, and when they called her Karen during this episode, I understood exactly what they meant. We already knew where that was going, right? The young man, he telling his people, I saw him, white guy, dark hair, pulled back, beard. I saw exactly who he was, right? He telling his family that. Of course, Robin, soaking it all in, taking it all in. Well, Robin now is on a mission. Oh, we gonna get the shooter. Because she talked to Jason's mom. And right now, we ain't got no word on whether or not he's alive or dead. Delilah heard that one of the victims didn't make it. Okay, so, but we don't know if it's Jason. Somebody got to tell me something. Now, I do know. I'm not sure if this happens in New York, but at least in St. Louis, when someone gets killed from a gunshot wound or somebody else gets shot, they take them to a secure hospital and lock that place down so nobody could come in who ain't family. So the only person that would have been in that hospital right now getting any information on Jason would have been his mama in St. Louis. That's it. And I was going to mention the hospital because I used to work there, but I'm like, we're going to keep that under wraps. But I think most people know. They don't take them to the main hospital. They take them to the most secure one and lock them down and keep everybody out. Put them under alias names and everything. Well, anyway, Jason's mom, she ain't getting no support from the other parents like she thinks she should. Because, again, Redhead's mama is blaming her, blaming Jason for being black, while getting pizza. That's pretty much what it is. And so when the doctor come out, he tell her, look, things ain't looking good. He in ICU. So we know he alive right now. She said, but is he going to live? And he was like, well, ma'am, the bullet fragmented, which means it basically exploded once it got inside of him. And now it's hitting all kind of other arteries and nerves and things like that. Is my baby gonna live? Is what she want to know. He like, ma'am, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. So Robert is like, you know what? I'm gonna do everything in my power to bring in that shooter. So she going back home to talk to Aunt Vi, and Aunt Vi's like, Robin, this don't sound good. Like, how you gonna find out who the shooter is? She say, I don't know, but I'm gonna go do it right now. He not finna go free. That's what I do know. He not finna go free. Give me a second, y'all. My arm is itching, but I ain't had no lotions and stuff on today. And I got this foot butter that I created myself. It's part of my line. Feels so good. So I'm gonna put that foot butter on my arm to keep me from itching. Soak it right on in there. Keep it moisturized. If you want to buy anything for my line, you can go to www.survivebeauty.com and get you some. This stuff is magnifique, y'all. Okay, so Robin go down there, talk to Harry and them. They's like, we can't get no information on who the shooter is. There were no other cameras around. Nobody's seen nothing. The police keeping it real hush, real confidential. But what we were able to do was find out who the other victim was. Dude named Molina. He part of the Molina cartel. Okay? Why was they trying to gun him down? That's where we need to look at now to find out what really happened, right? Okay, so Robin decides, okay, I'm going to go to the head of the beast. I'm going to go talk to the Molina cartel, right? So, they're like, how you going to do that? The cartels don't give up their people easy, you know what I'm saying? Because she figuring if they know, if they got to know who is against them. Either the person is retaliating against them or they trying to send them a message. And usually whoever you got beef with as a cartel, you know who that is. So we can find out who y'all got beef with. And Mel like, they even get that information. Robin said, watch me work. Watch this footwork, right? So she goes on in there. She got up one of their dudes, got him with a grenade in his hand. And she got the trigger, ready to pull it at any moment. Y'all gonna tell me what I need to know. Everybody boss up with their guns like, okay? What? She's like, go ahead and shoot me if you want to. You do, all of us gonna be painted all over these walls. Because bam, boom goes the dynamite, right? So who is in charge? That's what I need to talk to. So this little dude walk up. I'm like, who the heck are you? You think you coming up here running stuff? Like I'm gonna give you some information? I don't give a doggone what you here for, why you here. You know what I'm saying? He talking smack, as Mike B would say, cash money and shit. He talking stuff, right? So Robin was like, look here, pow! Shot him. It's a rubber bullet. She said, that's your warning. The first one's free. Ain't gonna be no more. So then another little smooth little Mexicano walk up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, my uncle, and I don't mean this in a sexual way, my uncle was fine. I'm just letting you know that. He was a good looking man. I got good looking men in my family. That man looked just like my damn uncle. I might be part Mexican. I don't know. That man looked just like my uncle. Hold on. I'm back, y'all. I was finna try to show y'all my uncle's obituary. He's gone on the glory. But I couldn't find it. I just saw it yesterday. It was in my car. So I must have took it out of my car. Because I didn't understand why it was in my car in the first place. Anywho, so he bossed up. He like, okay, fine. We got some issues with this brigade, the 7th Brigade or something like that, right? They hit up one of our heroin shipments. And so he like, what is it to you? She said, don't worry about that. Just know that my business ain't crossing with your business, but mine is personal. That's all you need to know. Who was the shooter, right? Who was the shooter? So old boy like, you got beef with them too? All right, it's such a shot. Costia, I think that's what his name was. It's him, right? Okay, so fam. So Robin said, cool, I'm finna go get Costia. In the meantime, Detective Dante is going to see this inmate. Come to find out, this inmate is his daddy. His daddy in jail. And like I say, now I get a better understanding of why he got such vitriol for Robin. His daddy was a decorated police officer. I might have added the decorated part on there. But he was definitely a police officer who went rogue. He went Robin Hood is what I like to say he did. He basically he's not necessarily Robin Hood. He stole from the criminals, okay, and took care of the collective of other officers with him's family. And Dante was like, you swore to uphold the law. He said, well, his daddy was like, well, no, I promised to take down bad guys. He said, no, that ain't what you did. You swore to uphold the law, and you broke the law. He said, look here, that money that I stole from them criminals, that's how your life was so doggone good. You benefited from it, right? He said, look here, son. It's about that vigilante chick that you've been running around with. He said, let me tell you. You up here sitting there trying to decide whether or not there's a thin line between what's right and what's wrong. Let me tell you, son, it ain't no line. It's just a gray area. You know, and everybody goes through that gray area in a different way. They come out of it in a different fashion. So you just need to choose or make your mind up on what you want to do with it. How you want to get justice done. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no line to cross no more. Okay? So, while he's sitting here thinking about it and contemplating it, Delilah and the crew, Robin, she goes down there and she had learned that Costia's girlfriend was being held by the Molina people when she went down there. And she talked them into letting her go. They're like, she don't know nothing. She ain't told you yet. She don't know nothing. But once she freed her, she put a tracker on her and followed her back to the crib where she met who? Costia, right? So Robin said, you know what? I'm going to do Dante this solid. Called him up and was like, look here. Thank you for not shooting me, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? So for that, I'm going to give you, you know, an award, a reward, or something of that nature. You know, that little kid, that little 15-year-old that got shot, I got his shooter. And since I owe you one, I'm going to do this the right way. Okay? You want the address or not? Dante had to think about it for a moment. You know, he just had that conversation with his daddy about whether he should work with her, let her do her thing, or uphold the law. Well, he decided to uphold the law. Okay? So, he got his crew in there. They all rushed in, you know, the SWAT busted into the crib. He already tied up, duct taped to the chair. Because Robin already came in there and did her thug thizzle, right? Easy peasy. Got him up, snatched him up, got him down there to the precinct. So all the kids get to go in there and do a lineup and ID him. Well, Robin, Delilah wants her mama to go to the station with her. You know, of course, you want your mama's support. But Robin can't go because the police want her. She's on the most wanted list. She can't walk her face into the precinct and be like, hey, girl, hey, it's me. They damn sure don't want to connect her to her child. No, she can't go. So she convinced Aunt Vi to go, but she make Delilah think that it was her, her thought, her own idea. She can only go if you agree. They using Jason's mama as a crutch to say, she's looking out for her mom, Jason's mama. She ain't got nobody to lean on. But if you want me to really go, I'll just go with you. But Delilah like, okay, just go on, go with Jason's mama. I guess, you know what I'm saying? She go down there, they all ID the same dude, right? I thought in the lineup they supposed to make everybody look alike to try to, but they had two bald guys, then they had him. I think they had a black guy, then they had another guy with a ponytail together. But they all ID'd him, right? Good. The man got arrested. Dante went in there, like I said, got Costia, busted him up, And so now he done got caught up and he got to go to court and plead guilty or not guilty, right? Well, Harry and Mel was able to link Costia to another person. This organization was big over in Europe, but now they infiltrate in the United States, and they got this head honcho. I'm gonna say Shin Shiva. I forgot his name already. Shin Shiva. I don't know what his name was. Somebody. They got him. Dracula, because he talked like Dracula to me, right? Okay, so I'm calling him Dracula for the rest of this episode. What's his doggone name? Anyway, Dracula is in charge. He owns a restaurant. He got a lot of legit businesses, and they have not been able to tie him to any type of drug activity at all. Police got very little on that organization altogether, right? So Robin decides to go down there and threaten him. She's like, look her. Oh, what happened first? I missed something. We at the crib. The dude got arrested and everything. So they call Delilah and tell Delilah with a little animated voice, look here, you didn't see what you saw. So you need to change your story. So Robin called over the rest of the families and they all like, hey, I ain't gonna put my kid through this. No, of course, no. Redhead mama was on some old racist mentality type of speech going on. I ain't even gonna repeat it. But yeah, they very fearful of their child. And so Delilah is thinking about not testifying as well. But of course, that pissed Robin off. No, you did not call my child. No, you didn't call my child. So Robin like, we about to handle this, baby. We about to handle this. Because Delilah's like, what is going on? How did they know who I was? How did they get my phone number? She is afraid for her life right now. You not finna scare my kid. That's not what we finna do, right? So Robin, she goes meet up Dracula, right? At his little restaurant. And they sitting down. She sit down. The dude stopped his little bodyguard coming over. Like, okay, what's up with this about? She said, look here. What you gonna do is tell your boy Costia to plead guilty. From where I come from, the streets that I come from, we do what we want to do. We kill each other. We do that. But what we don't do is hurt kids. And they threaten kids. They shot one and they threatening the rest. So tell your boy to stand down. And he's Dracula like, I don't know what you're talking about, but if I did, why? What is it to you? She say, okay, it may not be nothing to you, Dracula, but it may be something to the Count. Y'all know the Count Dracula? Yeah, I can't think of what his name was. She say, I know that you form a military intelligence. She say, so since you are, remember Bucharest 2012? Remember how the government was able to get all of them people, the terrorists, remember how they was able to do that? That was me. So now you know who you messing with. Okay, you want to play on the battlefield with the rest of them, with the Molina cartel, but you going to war with me, bro. Try me, right? So she got up, she walked out like a boss that she was. I had paused in the middle of this doggone episode right at this point. I went to go tell my mama, Queen Latifah is going off in this role in this episode, baby. She was giving it to you. I can't even give it to you like she was giving it to you. She had all the attitude, all the guts. She was like, I'm about to fuck you up. Now what? That's how she was looking. I was like, she's a thug right now. She's straight gangster right now. I was like really happy. This episode gave me all the freaking life, right? So, right. Okay, so old boy was like, find out who she is. His boy came back to him a little later on and was like, okay, I couldn't find nothing on her. Not for real. But Budapest, whichever one it was, yeah, that was all her. That was all her. She wasn't lying about that. So he said, okay, beef up security. You know what I'm saying? When we got problems, beef up security. Now, Jason. Robin called up Detective Dante. It was like her. We need to know who the informant was, because we determined that whoever the informant was must work for the seven, Dracula's crew, right? Or he works for Molina. He might work for the Molina cartel, and he's snitching on them to Dracula's crew. So we need to know who his informant is. He's like, I can't do that. She's like, you can't or you won't. You need to pick a side, bruh. We could be doing this together, okay? But you want to act a fool. You know what I'm saying? It could be us, but you playing. That's what I'm saying. So he had to make a decision whether or not he was going to help her. Now, back at the precinct, he got word that the people called and threatened these kids, and he going off. Like, I promised these people that they were going to be protected, that their statement was going to be confidential. Now, somebody up in his office leaked it. Who did it? Everybody looking up like, wasn't me. He's like, don't worry about that. We get internal affairs on there. Internal affairs ain't doing their business, dog. You know what I'm saying? Who is it? So he said, fine. Since, as what his daddy said, the legal system gets in trouble, gets in the way of justice actually happening, right? So he figured that's what was going on in his precinct. We supposed to be upholding the law, but then you got some law upholders in her leaking information to the cartel, threatening the lives of these kids. I ain't about that life. So you know what I'm gonna do? Robin. Hey, it was Tony Thompson. I think his name was Thompson, but I can't remember what the first name was. But it was him. It was Tony Thompson. Yeah, he lived at 123 Main Street. Yeah, ride down on him. I'm saying, all right, peace. That's how he was on the phone. He don't want his exact words, but that's what he meant to say. So he called up. So Robin, she go over there, gangster up, dog. Old boy Tony Thompson walked through the door. She's like, hey, dog. Ow. Bucked him. Bucked him, y'all. Bucked him. Yo. So next we seen he wrapped up with duct tape, his foot in a pot of water, and she got the burner underneath it, just burning it. She's like, right now I feel like a little spot on it. Tell me where the drugs coming in. Tell me about the next shipment. Tell me the name of the ship. Tell me this, tell me that. He's like, I don't know nothing. She said, oh, you know. She said, you know what? For like 2 minutes, your feet feeling good, doesn't it? Then the temperature gonna rise. Then it's gonna start to burn. The pain gonna start settling in. Then a few more minutes, it's gonna start. Well, she was like, the skin gonna peel off. You're gonna be cooking. That's when really cooking up in her. He was like, no, I don't know nothing. So she's like, all right, then go by. He's like, where you going? She had his feet still in that pot like he was fucking Hansel and Gretel with the witch. You know what I'm saying? And she cooking up her children's stew. And I know that stunk. Oh, I know his feet stunk. He just got off of work at the dock. He all, just smelling all mannish and stuff. And then she got him boiling in his pot of water. Just funkified. So funkified. I could just imagine it was just funk up in there. Just like burnt Fritos, just all in the atmosphere. So he finally gave up the information. So, all right, so she got her people together. She said, we still trying to do this right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get Detective Dante in on this again. Of course, he like, look here, if I do this for you, just know that what did he say to her at this point? I'm trying to remember if he had the last conversation. He told her that if he goes in on this with her, he does the right thing with her or something like that. No, that was a whole nother conversation. Anyway, she called up Detective Dante to get him to come down here, and they want to make sure that she has the drugs and Dracula together so they can be linked together, and the police can do their due diligence and clean them all up, right? So she goes down there, she talking on the phone, and she trying to make sure everything's set in place. Okay, Dracula has showed up. The drugs is off the ship. We gonna have to move in the middle of the exchange so the police can come in and do their damn thing, right? Right. Well, Costi snuck up behind her. Robin, you left your guard down, girl. You never leave your guard down. He snuck up behind her, had the gun to her back, marched on out. But she's still talking cash money shit. She's still talking cash money shit. He like, look her. When you on top of your game like I am, we don't worry about these little peons like you. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We set the bar on how we run game around her. You just running around in it. Pretty much what he told her. She said, you know what? We have another saying from where I come from. A friend of my enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know what I'm saying? I knew right then the Melina crew was gonna come out. They came out guns blazing. It was gunfire everywhere. She broke her little tape off her arm, got a gun. She started pow, 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 pow. Then all of a sudden, from up top, ping, ping. Mel was up there with her. Ping, ping. She was taking them out, baby. You had gunfire everywhere. Because then the Melina crew tried to turn on her and try to shoot Robin too. So just guns, just flying, bullets everywhere. Ping, 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 ping. Everybody going down. Everybody going down. Okay, when everybody got dead, of course Dracula and Costi, they run off, right? That's the point where I noticed the stunt double because she's just doing the run, and that really wasn't Queen Latifah because she was a little bit slimmer. But anyway, she doing the run, and she goes and stand in front of him. She got this big old gun, waiting for this truck to come out, waiting, and she light it up. She kills the driver. Injures Dracula. The car crashed into the wall, whatever. She does a little mad duck roll out the way. Get up, she got check old boy Costi dead. That's for Jason. Jason died, y'all. Jason didn't make it. And what had changed Dante's mind and helping her, he had stopped by the hospital and seen this little 15-year-old boy laying up in the ICUs, and he looked at that little boy and said, these could be my kids. So I'm going to go ahead and help her and do the damn thing, right? Jason didn't make it. Delilah was feeling some kind of way. She was heartbroken. The way that baby girl cried, I cried. I was like, she acting, y'all. She acting. My thug tears was coming out. Whew. Before Robin had even went down there to the warehouse, let me tell you what happened though. She decided that she was finna go put an end to all this right when she was setting all the stuff up. So she goes over to this little warehouse, and I just knew Delilah had went with her. At first I thought it was a garage, but no, it wasn't a garage. Delilah hid her ass in the trunk of the car. She drives up to this warehouse. She hits the little hammer on the wall. Open up. Armory in that mug. Just an armory of stuff all up in there. All right? She get the guns that she need to get loaded up her bags, right? And she takes off on her bike. Well, Delilah was still there in the car, right? Delilah get out. I don't know how she knew which hammer to pull, but she pulled the damn hammer up, walked back in there, seen all the guns, seen all the passports, all the different identities that her mama had, all the wigs and everything. Now, earlier, Delilah had went back to the station to tell Detective Dante, look here, I'm not changing my story. I know my friend's doing it, but I'm not going to do it, right? So, but while she was sitting there, he had got a phone call, and he had to move one of the folders to talk to the person on the phone. She saw her mama picture. Now she putting two and two together. Is this why my mama didn't want to come to the precinct with me? My mama wanted, what you doing, mama? And while she in there looking at this armory and stuff, she's starting to come to the realization, my mama don't work for no charity. Who is you, boo? Right? Well, Melina gang dead. The Dracula's crew dead. When nobody left behind. Dante gets a call from Robin, you know, and he like, dog, you've been busy, ain't you? She's like, you know what, well, thank you for your help. He said, well, shit, I ain't sure if I should have gave it to you. You know, all these daggone bodies laying around. And that's when she got to the argument, like, nigga, pick a side. We could be good together. You tripping. You know what I'm saying? We could work, get to some type of middle ground on how we going to do this together. Pick a side. Choose. He said, well, if I choose, you know, and if I choose you, just know somebody else going to be coming after you if it ain't me. I'm just let you know that, right? But I think he going to choose us side. I think he going to choose us side. Well, we get back to the house. Jason's funeral. They all looked good. They were serving that black. Queen Latifah was serving that little hat. Delilah was serving that dress. No, Lorraine Toussaint was serving her. They were serving them black. Look, black on black on black. Looks good, right? So Delilah was like, you know, she's shaking up. I mean, she literally is shaking and trembling. And Dana, like, not Dana, Robin, like, I call her real name. Like, what's going on? She said, I got to ask you a question, Mom. You know, because she asked her earlier, did she know to take Dante? And she tried to pretend like she didn't know who he was, right? She was like, what's going on, right? The guy who, you know, killed Jason, he ended up on a news deal with a whole bunch of crew of other people. You know what I'm saying? The detective Tante looking for you. She was like, I don't know what you thought you saw. She said, I know what I saw. I saw the storage place. That's what I saw. Okay? I saw that storage place. I know about the guns and the passports and the money. What I want to know, though, is who are you, Mama? That's what I want to know. And Robin, she couldn't say nothing. Just the frog got a tongue, the cat got a tongue. Somebody got a frog in the throat and the cat got a tongue. She was just like, there's a lot of stuff you don't know. She said, I know. I don't know who you are. Who are you, Mama? Who are you, girl? I'm just saying. And that's the end of the episode, y'all. It was really good. It was riveting. I know I forgot some stuff because I didn't take no notes and stuff like that. Whew. But that is it. That is the season finale. And they have been approved for a season 2. And I'm really happy about that. And I'm thinking season 2 going to come on next year. No, season 2 is coming on this year. Sometime later in the fall, I believe. So I will be back with season 2 reviews and recaps as well. Hope you'll be back with me. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for always being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.